All right, what up, what up, everybody, what up? I do not have a timer. I'm just gonna go ahead and just get right into it. Just trying to wait on a wait on at least a couple of people to come in here so I can get started. Hopefully, I can be
Just
heard.
trying to wait on at least a couple of people to come in here so I can get started. Hopefully, I can be heard.
But yeah, man, boy, man, I have a lot to say, man. I really do have a lot to say. I see TMK's in the building. What's going on? See the fraud and charlatans is in the building. I should be clear on my sound. So, anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and get right to it. Cause, like I said, y'all, I have a lot to say right now, bruh. So, for those y'all who are not aware, Lenon Honor had a interview with Information Man, and look, the best way that I can describe this interview that I just saw that was for nearly 3 hours. The best way I can describe this is that this is pretty much the equivalent of the We Unlock interview he had with Umar Johnson. That's the best way I can say. That's the best way for me to explain this. Now, there's a big difference though with We Unlock and Information Man. And there's a reason why I didn't really get on We Unlock like that when he did that interview with Umar. And there's a reason why I'm going live about this interview that Information Man did. Now, with We Unlock, he has pretty much made it abundantly clear that he's a Umar Johnson supporter no matter what. No matter what. So when We Unlock did those interviews with Umar, I really had no type of expectations, no type of standard for that. Okay. Now, the difference is with Information Man is that I have a little bit more standards with him, especially when Information Man is a guy that constantly wants to talk about that he wants to seek the truth. He wants to tell the truth. That's his tagline, right? Tell the truth, right? So, as soon as I saw the notification last night that Information Man was going to interview Lenon Honor, I was looking at two things. The first thing I looked at was the title. I looked at the title of this interview, and it was basically saying that it's a Lenon Honor full complete interview like you've never seen before. Now, granted, it's a pretty catchy title. It's a catchy title, like you've never seen before, like you never seen before. I'm like, okay. Then I looked at the thumbnail. The thumbnail. Now, if you look at the thumbnail, it has Lenon Honor's face and it has the truth. So that would tell me that maybe, just maybe, we are finally going to have Lenon Honor address some things that need to be addressed. So that's what I was assuming, especially when you correlate all that with Information Man as a guy that says that he's about the truth. He wants to seek the truth. He wants to tell the truth. So I was a little bit interested in that. So I was like, okay. So then I thought to myself, wait a minute. Isn't isn't Information Man a mod in Lenon Honor's chat? So I already had red flags going on. But at the same time, I was trying to give him a chance. So what I ended up doing was I looked at the the description of it. I was looking at the description of this, and the description was telling that that Lenon Honor is this YouTuber, has controversial. He's controversial for his Umar videos, and at the bottom he advertises Lenon Honor's website. And I'm saying to myself, Lenon Honor's website has been barely been updated for years. So that was another red flag. And I was saying to myself, man, this sounds like this about to be some softball ass interview. But at the same time, I was trying to give it a chance because I do like Information Man. I do like Information Man. I want y'all to, I want to make it clear. This ain't me trying to bash the brother. I like his content. I'm subscribed to him. I'm subscribed to at least two of his channels. Okay, so this isn't me trying to bash. But at the end of the day, after I saw this, I was half disappointed, but I was half not. I was half disappointed and I was half not because because to me, with information, man, if you're about seeking the truth, if you're about telling the truth, if you're trying to get to know the truth, especially when your thumbnail says it and your title says it, and on top of that, the intro, the intro before Lenon Honor even came, you was even addressing or mentioning the Lenon Honor critics. So as I'm watching this, I'm thinking to myself that we're real that I was thinking to myself at one point in time, you was about to ask some tough questions to this brother. And when I mean by tough questions, I'm not talking about no damn no damn gay scandal, no booty pic scandal. No, I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about the real stuff that has been proven. The real stuff that has been proven. For example, that big scam, that big move thing that me, the Speakeasy, and a lot of other people have showed y'all that he said out of his mouth that he wanted to move out to another place because of drug addicts and alcoholics and putting black people under the bus just to get donations, only to find out the reason why he really moved was because the house was sold from underneath him. That was why. And still to this day, this dude has not addressed that part. And I was hoping Information Man would seek the truth out of that. Instead, all this interview was talking about the conspiracy theory era that Lenon Honor had and a bunch of Umar Johnson rhetoric. That's basically all that this was. There's no truth seeking of this. And the only two things that was even addressed as far as the critics go was softball as well. They're talking about addressing the critics when it comes to him graduating. Who the fuck cares about that? Nobody don't give a fuck if he graduated or not. It got to the point where they was showing his degree on the fucking screen. That's the best y'all got as far as addressing the critics. And not only that though, but they also wanted to address why he does Umar Johnson videos. And Lenon has been running with this reason for years now, saying that the only reason why he's still doing Umar Johnson videos is because of the stuff that Umar said back in 2020. That is the biggest bunch of bullshit. And what I was hoping what Information Man would do, since he's about finding the truth, seeking the truth, telling the truth, what I would have liked Information Man to do at that point when he said, yeah, I'm pretty much still doing Umar Johnson videos because of him saying threats to me back in 2020. The main thing I wanted him to address was as well, okay, well, if that's the case, does money also have anything to do with it? And if it does have to do with the money, are you still doing these Umar Johnson videos still for money? Which would have then been followed up was, okay, so do you still care about what Umar Johnson is doing still? Or are you just doing this for the money? Those are the type of questions I would have liked to hear. But again, all this was just trying to show that Lenon Honor graduated. Big fucking deal. Who gives a fuck if someone graduated? Okay, whoop-de-fucking-do. And then on top of that, they was mixing in Umar Johnson rhetoric on top of that. I was just saying to myself, what is this? What in the flying fuck is this? And also, too, what's crazy to me was they kept going back to Umar so many fucking times in this interview. And I'm saying to myself, I thought this was a Lenon Honor interview. Why you guys keep going back to Umar Johnson all the fucking time? And it pretty much felt like I was watching another Lenon Honor live stream. That's what I felt I was watching. I felt like I was watching a Lenon Honor live stream again. This wasn't no interview. This wasn't a interview where I was trying to seek the truth. I would have liked to know, why did Lenon Honor lie to his audience trying to get money to move and trying to blame it on drug addicts and alcoholics and try to put black people under the bus because of it? But at the same time, all you got to do is a quick Google search on a realtor website and you will see that that house was sold up from underneath them the day the day of or beforehand when he started doing the Big Move series. But that wasn't covered though. That wasn't trying to seek the truth. That wasn't trying to tell the truth or know the truth. I would like to know why during the Big Move series, if I want to know if it was true that that little girl that they have found on the porch that was quote unquote abandoned, was that a real child being abandoned on a porch? And if it was a real child being abandoned on a porch, why in the fucking fuck would you pick up your camera and record it? Those are the type of questions I wanted Information Man to address. Not some stupid ass degree. I wanted to know that part. Was that true? Was that a legitimate little girl on the porch that was being quote unquote rescued from y'all? And if it is, why the fuck did y'all record it and put it on fucking YouTube? And what's crazy is too was that this dude, Lenon Honor, all at the same time wanted to say that he's about protecting kids. Motherfucker, you are not about protecting kids, because if you were, you would have not have recorded that little girl on the fucking porch being fucking abandoned. You recorded that and you uploaded that, and now it's no longer on your fucking page because there's people like me and other people who called that shit out, and you have removed it back in the summer of 2021. You removed that stuff. You removed that shit in the summer of 2021 because me and others called that shit out. We called that shit out. And Information Man, you didn't even bother to ask that question. What truth were you trying to seek? They was trying to find that he graduated from a fucking school? That's it. What was this? I had so much more standards than this. I had way more standards than this, Information Man. And again, this ain't me trying to bash you, but sir, this was not it. You have clickbaited me and others to watching this. That was clickbait. Now, if it was just a simple, just one-on-one interview, if you would have just titled it saying, hey, this is just a candid interview with Lenon Honor one-on-one, where we're just going to talk about the conspiracy theories and stuff like that. Okay, fine. I wouldn't even bother watching it, and I wouldn't even bother making this live stream. But sir, you put that title in there, you put that thumbnail in there, and plus not only that though, in that intro, you address the critics. So I'm saying to myself, okay, cool. So that pretty much means you're going to start asking the real questions, but you didn't do that, sir. You didn't do that at all, sir. And there was also one other thing. That really creeped me the fuck out. There was one other thing that really creeped me out during this interview. There was a point in time when Lenon Honor also said that he was very protective of kids and stuff like that, right? There was a part in the interview where he said that one of his neighbors was parked across the street from him. And the guy was in the car minding his own business. And this is coming from his mouth. Lenon Honor said that the guy in the car was minding his own business. And Lenon Honor said he went up to the guy that's in the car minding his business, and he asked him, can I help you with something? The neighbor responded, no. And then Lenon Honor, I could not believe what I heard. This dude, Lenon Honor, said out of his fucking mouth, this dude said, well, are you a pedophile? He said that. That was in that interview. It was in the interview. He said that. He said he went up to a random stranger, parked in his car, minding his own business, asking him, can I help you? And he responded with, well, are you a pedophile? And the reason why he said that is just to showcase how much he cares about protecting kids. Now, what kind of stupid ass bullshit is that? Who the fuck does that? Who in the fuck goes up to random people asking them, are they a fucking pedophile? And they don't have no probable cause of even asking that type of question. And Information Man didn't even say anything. Nobody in that chat said a damn thing about that. And I'm just like, I cannot believe what I just fucking heard. This motherfucker said, "Are you a pedophile?" to a random person who was doing absolutely nothing. Does anybody not see how fucked up that sounds? And nobody said anything about that. Now, if that was Umar Johnson, so many videos would be made about that. So many comments would have been made about that. But just because this motherfucker says it, nobody doesn't say shit. Nobody doesn't challenge him on it. This is the type of shit I'm talking about. And what's crazy is during this interview, as soon as they're talking about Umar, they want to talk about cults. Y'all want to talk about cults? Well, what the fuck are these Lenon lovers? What the fuck are these Lenon lovers? Y'all don't challenge him. Y'all don't challenge him on a motherfucking thing. Still to this day, y'all don't challenge him on shit. If I come on here or anybody else come on here, Joe Trace, whoever else, if we criticize Lenon, the very first thing y'all say is Umar, Umar, Umar. That's y'all fucking script. Either it's Umar or y'all want to portray Lenon Honor as this as this this Rogers character, this Mr. Rogers character. Y'all do that shit all the fucking time. And what's crazy was that with the intro of this, Info Man ran down the script. Oh, he's a family man, manhood, this, that. It was the same fucking script. It was the same script. Yo, cutie one, he said that. He said that. I'm telling y'all, go back and listen back to it. Now, I don't have the timestamp. I do not have the timestamp. I do not have the timestamp, and I'm also hoping if Infoman is listening to this, Infoman, I really really hope that you do not edit that part out, because that man did say that. He fucking said that. He said a neighbor was parked across the street. He went up to him, minding his own business, asked him, "Is everything okay?" Then he followed up saying, "Well, are you a pedophile?" And nobody didn't say a fucking word. No fucking follow up. I was fucking floored. Yep, that too. There was no questions about the cancer stuff, none of that. None. But this is about to be about the truth. Tell the truth. It's like, well, come on, man. Like, just a, yeah, man. So I pretty much just had to blow off some steam, man, because I was like half disappointed, but at the same time, I couldn't be that disappointed because I pretty much knew what was most likely going to happen. But at the same time, I had a lot more standards for Information Man. And it's like I said, this ain't me trying to bash Information Man. I like his content. I like him. But this interview was fucking bullshit. And I'm only saying it was bullshit because the title and that thumbnail did not match that same energy with this interview at all. And the only big criticism that y'all can address is the fact that Lenon Honor graduated from fucking school. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Talk about the real shit. Talk about the cancer stuff. Talk about the tax stuff. Talk about the big scam, the big move. We need to hear those type of questions. Those are the type of questions us critics want to fucking know. The type of stuff we want to know is why was this dude bitching and whining, crying in his car about him having to work? I would like to know why in that Big Move series he made it a point to say he was not willing to work during the Big Move. He was not willing to find a full-time job at that point in time. Those are the type of things we wanted to know. But at the same time, like I said, this dude removed that Big Move series back in the summer of 2021 because he knew the response was growing. That Big Move series was a big eye opener for a lot of people. A big eye opener for a lot of people. But again, there's still people out here, that just don't want to don't want to call it out. But anyways, y'all, I'm pretty much done venting for right now. If anybody want to come up, if y'all want to chop it up real quick, if you guys seen it, you guys can go ahead and let me know what you guys think. I won't be on here for too long, just depending on what happens. But man, I pretty much just had to come on here real quick, just just let off some steam, man, because I was fucking bullshit what I saw. Anyways, I'm gonna just go through these comments real quick. I'm sorry I didn't go through all y'all comments in here, but y'all pretty much know how I am. When I'm in my bag, I try my best not to look at the chat, not to get sidetracked. All right, so QT1 is here. Make a change. What's up, Keeper? Dr. Nikki, what's going on? Who else? My opinion, Teresa, what's going on? Got Spot'em in the house. Be More Legend. That was the only interview in 3 years. Yeah, exactly. Like, shit crazy, man. Shit crazy. Trying to see who else is in here. I think I went through everybody. Got Nova Real shows going on. Intense Passion. I don't know who that is. He does it for the money strictly. Yeah, exactly. Bro, like, again, what he was saying about saying, oh, it's because he threatened my family. Bro, that was back in 2020. You've been doing this shit now for over 4 fucking years. Stop that. 4 years just because somebody threatened you, just because somebody threatened you almost 4 years ago. You've been doing this shit for 4 fucking years. We all know why you're still doing it. I mean, stop the fucking cap. He used to do tutors for young men without father. I liked him then, and he was full of shit back then too, being sexually irresponsible. We know that much. Vici, what's going on? Keeper says, I'm not vested either way. Ain't putting no dust in my pockets. Let me find me a good skin for some dust. Spotton says, I think the house was sold a month after he started the series. Yeah, in my opinion, he did graduate. And apparently that's supposed to be some big gotcha moment, because I really haven't seen many people that said anything about him not graduating or scamming to graduate. Again, like, it's pretty much like I said, those type of issues were so fucking softball. Who gives a flying fuck if he graduated? We want to know the real shit, and we ain't talking about no damn booty pics either. We ain't talking about if he gay or not. We want to know the real fucking deal. Again, I would like to know if that girl on the porch that was abandoned, that you claim was abandoned, that you quote unquote saved, I want to know if that was a real child that was abandoned. And if you did, why in the fuck was you recording that shit and upload to fucking YouTube, trying to make yourself look like a fucking hero just to get some fucking donations? That's the type of shit I want to fucking know. Fuck out of here. Talking about some damn fucking school. Don't nobody give a fuck about that. He protects kids like Nino Brown did at. Oh shit. Oh shit. Joe Trace made a great point on his page. People in the sector prove he was in school already, so bringing up his schooling made no sense. Yeah, like exactly. And then not only that, they were showing his fucking degree. Showing his fucking degree on the whole fucking screen. Like, who gives a fuck about that, bro? Gives a fuck about that. Defrauding says, laugh my ass off, that's not Christian spot. And you starting to act like Kofi Smacker again. What's up, Joe? I'm trying to get through these comments, y'all. Like, I ain't trying to be too behind, cult-like behavior. Exactly, Nova. I mean, like, for real. And plus two, y'all, and plus two, y'all. I pretty much know. A lot of you Lenon lovers. I pretty much know a lot of you Lenon lovers are gonna do this shit because you guys always do this shit. Whenever me or anybody else talk shit about Lenon, the very first thing y'all gonna talk about is me, quote unquote, being an Umar Johnson supporter, and I have to keep repeating this every single fucking time. I am not a Umar Johnson supporter. I have never donated to the school. I have said from the very beginning that that school was never gonna open. You have never heard me say that FDMG was coming. You never heard me say that that school was going to open. I have made it perfectly clear that that school was not going to open. And it's not because I think that he's scamming. I think it's because Umar Johnson is a fucking idiot. And I made that. I made that perfectly clear 1,000 times. But for some odd reason, some of you guys still think I'm a fucking Umar Johnson supporter. And I don't know why. I do not know why, but I keep making that perfectly clear every fucking time, and you guys keep following this script every time. Oh, Umar, 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 Umar. And I was like, bro, I'm not a Umar supporter. What else do you got? What else do you got? I mean, every fucking time they keep doing that shit. Got somebody backstage. Ugh. Here we go. What's up?
Your mouth out first, Mikey Umar situation going on in the beginning, though, bro. For real, though.
What now?
You had your Mikey mouth out first, supporting Umar in the beginning. Maybe you changed your tune up
since
later on.
Since when?
Maybe later on you changed your tune, bro. But
since when? Since when?
Dude, you was rapping hard for Umar in the beginning.
Since when? Since when?
When the good guys came out?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
All right. Listen, you want to rewrite history? That's your. You have your right, brother.
No. Look. Like here was my thing from the very, very beginning. Mm-hmm. Here's my thing from the very beginning. I've always had the presumption since the summer of 2020. This was before the good guys came in. I had this presumption since summer of 2020 that to me, I was not thinking that Umar Johnson was scamming, but I was thinking Umar Johnson was way over his head.
Okay.
Now, before the summer of 2020, guess what, Stargate?
What?
I was actually on y'all's side.
Never.
I was actually on. Huh?
I don't remember that. Never remembered you being like a Lenon supporter.
No. Oh, like as far as thinking that Umar Johnson was a scammer.
So you saying in the beginning you thought he was a scammer, but now you don't think so. Okay, that's what it was. You was never a Lenon supporter. You just didn't think he was a scam. Well, no, you felt like he was a scammer, but when the good guys came along, I even I guess with Darrell, when we had the conversation, I said, well, let's compromise and say, okay, he's not a good businessman. But he definitely had the fact that how he treated the conscious stripper situation and the way Umar has not made himself available to the general public. I would say Umar is still worse than Lenon.
Man.
And then Lenon going after Umar, it was necessary to open the eyes of people who thought that Umar wasn't a scammer whatsoever.
But see, like the problem I have with that Stargate, and this is the same problem I had with people like KKC and others, is that you guys are saying things we have already known already. What else is there for y'all to talk about at this point?
Well, he still has an audience, and they still want, like, it's not as many as it was in the beginning, but he still definitely has an audience. And
It's
he,
not growing.
and as long as Umar is being a bad business person, I say, yo, Lenon, do all the videos you want. So you have
What?
is this speak? Did you just what me, brother? After you was part of the booty hole scandal, speakeasy?
Oh my God! Hey, Star,
Get her, Speak. Get her,
girl.
get him, Speak. Get him.
Speakeasy. We at war, speakeasy.
Oh, wait a minute! You trying to bring up them damn pictures that it has been clarified and verified. I had nothing to do with. We not doing this today, and you still caping for that bomb.
Listen, I'm a Lenon lover, nigga, to the end.
No, see, you've been that, but I mean, this interview was just. The sandwiches was out. The mayo was out.
I kissed it to the guy. Listen, y'all knocked them Umar sandwiches out our hand, but I kissed it to God, Negro. I kissed it to God.
Hey, LV, nigga,
Yo,
what was that about? What was that about?
man, like I was just like, man, what the fuck is this? Like on top, like, bro, man, they put this nigga's fucking degree on the fucking screen as if that's supposed to mean something. I'm
degree?
like, what?
Whose degree?
Lenon's degree.
Didn't you go to the School of Phoenix or something? Did Lenon go to the School of Phoenix?
No, wait.
They didn't plaster that shit on the fucking screen.
Online degree on the screen so he can start helping people find their motherfucking passwords. Like, or some shit.
Yo, Lenon gonna be making bank finding people's passwords. You get off Lenon.
Okay, what's your password? Okay, we're gonna send you a new link for a new password. That's it. This motherfucker acting like he about to be cracking motherfucking cybersecurity protocols and shit and helping the feds. Bitch, use a password helper.
Shit. Oh my God, today. But hey, at least he's gonna have a job though. Y'all been complaining about he didn't want to work. So
is he gonna be working full time or he gonna be part time? Because the motherfucker took 10 years to get this motherfucking degree and shit.
He was trying to be an entrepreneur.
An entrepreneur nigga. What the fuck? He gonna be part time again and still on YouTube saying, "Well, I got 1 degree. Umar has 6, but I'm catching up." Like, what the fuck?
But listen, that baby. Remember? Okay, so I did want to attest to the fact that child on the porch situation. It was a real situation. I don't think that I guess you were getting at LV that he posted that video.
The kidnapping.
No, come on. That baby was out. Do you realize it was like in the middle of winter? The baby only had Pampers on. And I remember Aida said the baby's skin is so cold. And the baby was outside.
A damn kidnapping. He kidnapped that baby. And so
that's why he videotaped the whole situation so nobody can say that he was kidnapping.
No, that was cold kidnapping.
No.
Putting the camera in front of the baby, like as that is some protection for you. You pick the baby up and you go kick down the motherfucking parents' door and say, "This baby out here. What the fuck is y'all doing in there?" You don't.
He had no business taking that kid away.
What?
He had no business taking that kid away, and on top of that, recording that shit.
Y'all don't have no anger towards the people who left the baby outside.
He should have had the anger. He gave the baby to the cops like, "I don't want nothing to do with it. It's too late. You already smuggled the baby in the house."
So y'all already was fussing at him for having 15 kids, so he couldn't take care of that other baby. But listen, the fact that Lenon saved that baby from the cold, and the fact Lenon saved that baby from the cold. Aida put a blanket on that baby. That baby was gonna freeze to death.
That baby was afraid. He was like, "Who the hell is these people?"
No, that baby was clinging. That baby was clinging on to Aida for dear life. Y'all are, just destroying Lenon's and Aida's good reputation for saving a child. Y'all need to be mad at the people who locked that baby outside the house.
That was a damn kidnapping.
It was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
He saw an opportunity to shine, and he
come
on. That was kidnapping by law.
You know what? Speak easy. You ain't shit. You ain't shit.
So wait, y'all. Was this like a Lenon celebration? Because I know Information Man was.
I didn't even see that. I was gonna watch it later because I know, it would just, I was gonna watch it later. I was not gonna sit through it live. Yeah, but
Star, you didn't see everything that they talked about. It was the same.
I promise you, I haven't seen. Oh, I see where you're going. I see. I'm sorry.
It was, but he put a shiny new degree up there, like. Bitch, you a grown ass man.
From Divine of Phoenix. He went to school to the Divine of Phoenix.
He went to Divine. That ain't no degree. That's a certificate of achievement.
Listen, but he got a job now, though. That's the important thing. He got a job. It took him 10 years, right?
Wait, do he got a job in IT yet, or no?
No, I don't think he got a job in IT. He's still the supervisor at that warehouse that he used to do forklifting for.
He's still the supervisor.
Yeah, that's a pretty good job.
Supervisor Star. He said he got tapped to be the supervisor, but he turned it down because it would have required him to be full-time.
Lenon was working the whole time he was in Utah. Y'all leave that brother alone. Leave Lenon alone.
Hey, wait till Joe Trace get on his ass. Joe Trace gonna be breaking all this shit down. I can't wait.
Hell yeah, man. But there was a question I did have for you, Start. So there was a point in the interview. Like, and I mentioned this before, that he said that a neighbor was across the street. He came up to him and pretty much asked him, was he a pedophile? Now, what's your thoughts on that?
I remember that. He was worried because he felt like the dude was outside the house. Now, remember, this is after the Griff situation when one of Griff's peoples had posted an option of Lenon's house on the internet. Remember when him and Griff got into it? One of Griff's supporters was like, now, Lenon, you might want to talk to Griff. Because you remember Lenon was not refused to talk to Griff at the time. I actually told Lenon to make himself available if you're going to, have some, if you have these videos talking about things that Griff was doing that was hurting the Black community or hurting a Black masculine male image, you should make yourself available. And one of his supporters put, is this Lenon house or is this Lenon house? He put 4 options on the screen. And then so he felt like people sent other people to spy on Lenon. So Lenon walked up to the dude and said, yo, you a pedophile? He was like, you just been sitting out here watching my kids play in the yard. He said, I just think it's kind of creepy. I'm paraphrasing, but I remember when it did happen. Yes.
That's not the story, Star, because I covered this.
Oh, come on. That's exactly what happened. It was a white dude. It was a white dude.
Wait a minute, Star. Wait a minute.
Did I skip something?
Yes, you did. This ain't had shit to do with Griff. Because this comes from the backyard business, right?
It was after that situation.
But wait, Star. So you telling me a nigga walked up to another cat and said, are you a pedophile? And expected the nigga to say, yeah, we're the kids.
Yeah, I'm a pedophile, because a lot of people will say, well, Lenon, people not just going to admit they're a pedophile, but Lenon was just like, it was kind of creeping him out that he was just out there.
Wait, Star, is there any footage of Lenon walking up on anybody, asking him anything, or this something he told you?
No, this is something, it was a story he told us.
All right, then he bullshit, and that motherfucker was lying his ass off. Just like when he said he was about to whoop somebody's ass when he set up that motherfucking scam, the big move scam.
The
You
big
bullshit
move scam.
star.
He needed to move out there. Listen, I didn't know that the house got sold from up under him, but that isn't a pertinent question. But isn't it the same thing where Umar makes himself unavailable to people when they ask him questions? So it's like
But he lied though, Star. He lied to us.
who lied?
Lemon.
Oh,
He
Lemon.
didn't tell
You
us
said
the building
Lemon.
got
Lemon
sold.
lied to us and said that the house got sold, but they had been trying to move before the big move series. They had been trying to. I promise.
So why didn't he move then? Like when I was trying to move, I saved up money and I fucking moved. Like what the fuck?
Okay. So he couldn't save up enough money to move into the neighborhood he wanted to move into.
He was working part-time. That's why.
He was working part-time, and then he would get a full-time job, but then, he was toggling back and forth, from the...
Toggling.
Listen, you try to be a YouTube entrepreneur, then, he would save enough money. He said, okay, I think I got enough money to, last me a couple of months. Let me see if I could go big, and then he would go back to work. The funniest thing is when him and Aida was fighting, because Aida said, we only got like a couple of dollars in the bank account. And he was like, I know. And we was like, wait a minute, did y'all have an argument? He was like, no, we didn't have an argument. He said, but he did felt like because he snapped at her, he felt like shit. You know what I'm saying? So
yes, he was like, she gonna put my ass out. I better get.
She gonna put my ass out, and that's when, like, not too long after that, that's when he asked for help. But he was very upfront. He said that the woman that owned the house did come to him every now and then, like every year, and prepare him, I might sell the house this year.
Oh, stop it, Stargate. Stop it. He said out of his mouth, the reason why we got to move is because of drug addicts and alcoholics, and black folks ain't shit.
Listen, that shit was happening, but I promise.
That was on the GoFundMe. That was in the first ever video. That was when Lenon and Aida was sitting down. That nigga was lying the whole way. He was not transparent.
Listen, I told y'all when I confronted him about certain things that he did, and he snapped at me and got upset, but he apologized like the next day. So I'm not going to sit up here and take up for him when he's wrong. I told y'all when we had an issue, like I was like, Lenon, you need to make yourself available for Griff. He did it eventually, but he felt like he shouldn't have had to. When the Trayvon Martin situation happened, he blamed his father. I said, shouldn't you blame Zimmerman? He the one who killed Trayvon. And he was like, but everybody should be taking care of their damn kids. And I was like, nigga. And then he said,
don't taking care of his. How the fuck he gonna say that? Motherfucking chat room got them kids.
But he was in his kids' life. He always was honest about how he felt like he financially let his family down, and he had hoped to be a financial, be better at financially supporting his whole family. He was honest.
But Star, you do that by working. You cannot be lazy. He's a lazy bum.
I would say that
he's lazy.
I would say that Aida allowed him. She listen at one time where she was like, look, we only got like a couple of dollars in the bank account. And he was like, I know. And he said he had snapped at her. And that's when I think that's when the situation, like not too long after that, he was like, I need some help. I'm gonna, so if y'all give me this money, I'll get a job. And then he moved out the neighborhood. But I do wanted to let y'all know that there were times that he talked about the lady landlord coming to him, telling him that there was a possibility that she was going to sell the house. I swear to y'all, I put that on my kids. I don't want y'all thinking, because I know y'all wasn't there for the whole entire time. And LV, I told you about the times that me and him had discussions. like when he would go live and stuff like that, about, you know, he actually got pissed at me for even, you know, calling him out on certain things, but then he was quick to, you know what, I should have handled that better.
But
Or
Star,
the fact that I confronted him at his
hold on, Star,
conference.
hold on. This is enough said to put them damn Lenon sandwiches down.
Listen, nigga, listen. He is a wonderful. Listen, he's gonna be a wonderful.
God damn it!
Listen, I had hope Lenon.
It's you're talking over me. Look, hey, listen, Star. When you listen to Lemon, right?
Yeah,
you gotta listen to the details. When he was telling his story, he said when the neighbors' lights would go out, they would have to come to his house to hit the circuit breaker to turn they shit back on. That tells you both units are connected. That tells you the neighbor house and his house was one unit, because you don't share a circuit breaker with your neighbors. Y'all all on different shit. So if you listen to when he talks, he tells on himself. But y'all just be listening, gobbling up everything he's saying. But when you analytical and you know something, you hear the bullshit that he's saying as a man. As a man, you can't bullshit a bullshitter, because we all know the bullshit.
I'm telling you, I actually did get upset when Lenon, when he was asking for donations for the big move.
Why? Why did you get upset?
I got upset because I felt like because I got upset because I felt like he was slacking in the like you can't just be working part-time.
Right.
You have to work full-time until the shit blows off. And but the way he did it, it eventually worked. Matter of fact, I told Lynn, I said, listen, I'm just, you know what? I've been trying to support you, but I can't, like, I'm tired of every time you say something. And it was actually not, it was right before he started asking donations for his son's possible cancer scare. It was the fact that
not scared, scam.
Oh my, okay. I don't believe he's scammed, but that's
a damn scam, Star. We put it all out there. You gotta Star.
Listen, I don't think he was scamming. I really think he was scared, but I also believe that, you know, I was mad at him because he said that he had an opportunity to fill out paperwork for the Medicaid, but he didn't have time because he was working hard. Because I was like, Aida could have filled out the paperwork, but you know, it was 5 kids. You know, she was trying to. So my thing was, by that time, I was, you know, just out of, you know, I had stopped communicating with them. I told Aida, I said, listen, you cool, sis, but I'm gonna have to walk away because I'm, you know, Lenon is over here. You know, he promised not to. It was the situation. Remember when he had said, okay, I told y'all when I went to the conference and I went to go confront him about how he was always critical or analyzing and dissecting, you know, rappers and stuff like this. And then he wouldn't make himself available to people. Now, after the Griff situation, he said he was going to do better. Then when he started doing the hip hop and the hit, matter of fact, when I went to go see him, he said, you know what? I do need to stop being critical. I do need to, you know, I need to let it go because it's just, I understand what people are saying. I said, okay, that's cool. And it was like he knew that's what I came to, you know, talk to him, to discuss with him about. And then he did this whole, with the hidden hand hop, the blackface, gangster blackface or something like that. He was starting up the whole thing where he was doing it all over again. I was like, dude, I thought you said you was going to stop doing that. Like you can make the DVD or you can make, you know, but you keep the way it's like I feel like you agitating people at this point. And like, I can't keep supporting you or taking up for you, because if you say you're going to do one thing and you're going to tell me in my face that you're going to do one thing, but then you do it, you know, just go right back, revert to the same behavior, then I'm a peace out on you. And so not too long after that, that's when the whole big move, and I was like, this dude is actually
scamming again.
I didn't say scamming. I just was like, dude, just get a job. And
this nigga scamming.
Yeah, he's okay, Star. Let me ask
By that
you.
time, I had told Lynn I was
Wait a
done.
minute, Star. God damn it. Now I'm gonna ask you this. So we're gonna dig into the cancer scam again because Lennon is back up, and I'm an authority on Lennon, including LV and a few others. With the cancer scam, once he got the bread and found out that it wasn't nowhere close to cancer, it was a damn pimple on this kid's back. Why didn't he give the bread back and say, "Hey guys, I appreciate y'all for looking out, but we didn't need it. The boy is safe. I value his health more than I do money. Here, take it back. I ain't just gonna keep it." Why ain't you do that?
Well, listen, I actually talked to Muslim about this, and I said, listen, I can see you that, you have a point there. Like I said, I've never taken up for Lennon when I felt like he could have manned up and done things better.
But that's a scam, right? To elicit money for something that's not there. That's a definition of a scam.
No, he did say it was possible though, but the medical bill. Like, listen, if you don't have Medicaid, right? Because remember he said
he never showed the medical bill. He just typed some shit up and said this with this cost, this with that cost, but he didn't have to use any of that.
I don't know. So I don't know how much the medical bill is, but I do know that if you do pay medical bills, it's non-refundable. Like they ain't gonna say, "Oh, well, we checked for to see if your son had cancer. Here's your money back." They're not gonna do that.
But you also don't pay for procedures as they happen. So I got churned, and you don't pay for procedures like, all right, we're gonna hit him with a CAT scan with that bread at. Oh, we can't do it. That's not the way.
If y'all wanted to see the medical bill, I feel like that was not too much to ask.
Like you want Umar to be, but he's doing exactly what Umar doing. So what we doing here?
Maybe he took off work and wasn't working during that time. I don't know.
He was working because he was crying in the car talking about, I want to be home with James because something wrong with him that ain't wrong with him. We got the nigga, Star. What we doing?
Well, listen, like I said, I believe that was not a big ask. Show us the medical bills so we can know how much money you actually paid for.
He didn't pay anything, Star. He said there's nothing wrong with it. This is what he said verbatim. There was nothing wrong with James. He never was in any pain, and we just gonna keep the money in case something else come up.
They did do. Remember, they sent it through the MIR machine. Remember, he did medical procedures like when they do the checkups, or not checkups, but the test and when they are doing the test, they don't. You still got to pay for those tests.
But welfare pay for that. That house was Section 8.
If
there was a Section 8 house, you can't get that.
Was he on Medicaid? But he said he wasn't on Medicaid because he didn't fill out the paperwork.
Star, if you're on Section 8, it don't go through Lennon. It go through the woman. That's why they got separate names like that. You understand where I'm coming from? He gamed the people, Star, and I'm trying to put you on to how it works. And he scammed people. This is out of pocket, and you cannot deny that he's a scammer. That's what he's doing.
I don't think that their spiritual marriage has anything to do with gaining government assistance. I don't believe that.
Then why do they got the same name then?
Why they don't have the same name?
Yeah, if they married.
Because it's a spiritual marriage. They felt like they didn't want the government in their business. He's still together. She believed in him, and it worked out.
Though, if you ain't want the government, then why you taking government public assistance?
Okay. Listen, it's a good listen. Lennon showed the bill. But listen,
Section 8, and we proved that.
Show the medical bills, Lennon. Show the medical bills.
He ain't going to show him because he said that it wasn't he said he showed pictures of that boy like that boy was hurt and looking like an African in Somalia who needs 52 cents a day. And that was not the case. The kid was never in any pain. He had a little lump, and he said, "Hey, we gonna get these motherfuckers right here. Watch this.
I don't think he's scared people. I think he was concerned, but you know, the procedures and the test, he did have to pay for those.
He didn't have to pay for any of that if you got welfare.
All of this will be settled. All he has to do is show the medical bill to
He
show.
ain't never going to show the medical bills. Only thing he's going to show is his grades.
Okay, but listen, I will say that I agree that it like that was okay for him. Like that wasn't a big ask. If people want to know how much he actually procedures he did pay for, I think that's it's fair. But at the end of the day, Lenon got his degree from DeVry of Phoenix. He's gonna be answering his phone calls as you know, as the
man, don't nobody care about that damn degree.
The important thing, he gotta have a job. He gonna be able to take care of his family.
Well,
and
where is the job? Because if he's still in the same house that he was in for the big move, then we have a problem.
And now remember, he got 5 kids to take care of.
What that mean? You supposed to take care of what you got. If you going to stroke her, you stroking your lady down like you can do like that. When they come out, you got to do it like that.
I think a lot of his money going to the kids.
They going to keyboards. They going to fucking outfits and songs and shit.
Going to Target pots and pans and all that.
The people
for a goddamn documentary.
No. The people wanted to do that for Lenon. Now he might have put a little bit extra things on the target list that shouldn't have been there, but the people wanted to do it.
Lingerie on the target list.
The people took up the money for the keyboard. They wanted him to have a keyboard to make, well,
with a headset.
I bought the EP. Listen.
Was it good?
Oh, it was a 30-minute.
Was there any bangers on there though? What the fuck?
No, it was like meditation music.
Meditation.
Listen, he had the keyboard. He had his flute. It was. Listen, I listened to it a lot.
Not the flute.
The flute and the keyboard. My brother. Listen, he was jamming on that meditation music. Listen, it was. I definitely meditated on his the song that he made from the donations of the keyboard.
What was you meditating on, Star? Because you've been flipping out on motherfuckers the past year and a half. You need to get it back.
But listen, I didn't flip out on nobody that needed to be. Listen, anybody who I flipped out on needed to be flipped out on. I didn't go looking for nobody to flip out on. It was some black people doing some flipped out stuff in the sector, my brother.
Got a meditation joint. Like
it was a meditation. It was like 30-35 minutes long, and I actually used it for to meditate. I would use it to go to sleep at night.
Did you turn it on when you was rubbing cats down doing your masseuse?
No. You ain't shit.
Hey LB, what you got, man? What you got, man?
Man, God. Look, bro, like it's pretty much. I mean, it's pretty much like I said. Like a lot of things that we covered that should have been covered in the interview if we gonna be talking about the truth and tell the truth and all that other stuff. But all we got was the damn degree plastered on the screen. That was it. I'm like, man, what the fuck, man? I was like, man, look, man, because as soon as I saw that degree plastered on the screen, I was like, you know what, man, I'm going live. I'm going live. I can't do this.
You said I can't take this shit no more.
Hell no, man. Like that right there. That there's my damn breaking point. And it kept going back to Umar. I was like, wait a minute. Like I thought this was supposed to be like a Lenon Honor interview. Y'all keep going back to Umar, and then like for like the last 30-20 minutes, Lenon Honor just going on about Umar like he doing another live stream. I was like, man, what the fuck is this, man? This is some bullshit, man. Information man, bro. I'm disappointing you, brother. I'm disappointed.
I don't know why you would be. That motherfucker with that damn process in his head. He's an information weirdo. Like, get him the fuck out of here. He was
Oh man, you ain't shit.
Oh, come on, speak, man.
that one about to get fucking roasted or some shit. Because
Oh
that
man.
is a weird looking dude, man. He need a girlfriend or something, man. Something wrong with that boy.
No, I think he got a girlfriend. He is.
Oh shit.
All right, cool, but man, he got the ask the nigga a fucking tough question. Like, yeah, I be seeing niggas talking shit about you. What you think about that? And then like they be calling you a bum and all kind of shit. Fuck type time they on.
What say you?
Something. He cut Omar sandwiches in half. Like, you want me to take the edges off, Lemon? What the fuck is this shit?
Oh man, I was like, man, this is man. I was like, man, this shit right here, crazy as hell. And I was looking at the chat, man. Like, I think the only person that was kind of giving some pushback was Don, but you know, like I'm not pretty sure Don got blocked or whatever. But I didn't see Don much in the chat afterwards.
Yeah, I was monitoring the chat. I saw some of his little girlfriends in there. Yeah, Identity was in there. Nat was in there. Like, let's get these niggas. I'm like, what the fuck? I wish I would see one of them motherfuckers post his degree on their community feed. Like, that's a fucking achievement for a 50-year-old nigga. You supposed to be posting what your churn doing, not you. We don't give a fuck about what you doing. Because you supposed to be doing it at your age. Talking about, look at my grades, yo. I got 4.0. Bitch, you grown. Who the fuck gives a fuck?
Like
4.0.
They pretty much had the transcripts out and everything. I'm like the transcripts. What the fuck? Like, what? I don't even see no damn transcripts.
He had to do a dissertation for that thing.
I was like, man.
He had to do 5 worksheets. and that Spanish class he needed.
My God, today.
Oh,
like, man, shit.
Daggone Lemon. Hey, man, good for Lemon, though, man. I hope that he can actually do some fucking man work and shut the fuck up about what other people doing and make sure his shit tight. Next thing, get a fucking deed to a house, nigga. That's what you do. That's what grown men do. We make sure we can hand our wife some keys to something she can call her own, and she can plant some rhododendrons and shit out front because it's hers. Not ask the motherfucking landlord for permission. If you married with that many kids, you need to make sure you leaving them something. Because if he ain't leaving them with nothing but a lease that a motherfucker in the chat room got a sign for. And that's fucked up at his age. But you want to show a goddamn degree from DeVry.
DeVry of Phoenix. Listen, the whoever the landlord is gave him permission to grow a garden. You know, it's a beautiful garden. It's more beautifuler than the one that they had in the hood.
Hey, nah, that motherfucking one in the hood.
That trap bando.
Yeah. Oh, you ain't shit, nigga. You ain't.
That trap bando with the tank in the ground.
Boy,
with the tank in the ground and the washing machine outside.
When Joe Trace showed that shit and he was like, we ain't had no sink, we ain't have a toilet, they ain't had shit in there. They moved into a goddamn shack. I was like, what the fuck?
You ain't shit, nigga. Listen, but no, there was drug people in the neighborhood because somebody said, listen, I had to throw my needle in your yard, and I know you got
Well, hold on, Star. Hold on. Hold on. I had to debunk that. You know, I pretty much had to debunk that because the video I made a long time ago, I pretty much showed the stats that in that particular neighborhood, that is one of the safest neighborhoods in his whole entire town.
Ooh.
The
Yeah.
safest neighborhood?
Yeah.
Safe.
Oh no.
Those are one of the safest neighborhoods in his whole town. And it's on.
There's a lot of
shit.
There was a lot of shady stuff going on at night.
According to him, Star, that's the same story where he said the motherfucker threw the syringe in the yard with a note attached that said,
Right. I know you got kids.
He said, my bad, the cops is chasing me right now, but I'm going to be back for my shooter later. Like, who the what?
Yeah.
What?
So Lennon had to clean up the
Who
yard.
believe that?
They left a note.
So y'all think Lennon made that up?
A note? Why he being chased by the cops? God damn.
On a needle?
Crackhead.
A note, Star.
That's why I left this note.
Shit, like that's pretty much almost that's almost as believable as Umar saying he gonna transport kids on buses from each state. The hell? I'm talking about some damn note on a needle. Because the cops was coming after me, man.
My needle in your yard because the cops was chasing me. And I know you got kids. Listen, that was a very philosophical drug addict. I must say, for him to carry kids. That was a beautiful thing. That was beautiful that day. That was a beautiful drug. Well, let me see, the brother, or because I don't know why I'm thinking it's a brother, because it could have been the sister. The sister could have dropped the needle in the yard.
And here's another question, Star. And I mentioned this in one of my videos years ago. If that neighborhood is so dangerous, where needles is being thrown and all that, then how come he would allow his kids to be playing outside in broad daylight by themselves all the time? Then on video.
Listen, he said the kids couldn't play in the yard for a week or so. He went to go through the bushes, through the fire pit. Remember the fire pit he had in his yard? They would go outside at night at the fire pit.
Listen. Yeah, and roast vegan marshmallows.
And roast beans, by the fire. Yep. So listen, Lennon tried. He had to go digging through the yard. Look, he never found the needle. There was a lot of bushes.
But he found the note, though.
He found the note. listen, the note was on a cardboard, like somebody tore a piece of cardboard from I don't know what, it was just a torn off piece of cardboard. He's like, I know you got kids, but I was running from the cop last night, and I just wanted to let you know that I had to throw a needle on your yard.
Oh my word! You see, that's a nice gesture by the junkie.
Yeah, listen, an honest drug addict. It was a beautiful thing.
Oh man, that damn Lemon boy, he got some unbelievable stories, man. That shit, boy. What about the motherfucker he said he chased around the car and was about to whoop his ass?
With the umbrella?
Yeah, that.
With the umbrella?
No, this was another cat in the hood where he came through with his homies and was talking loud, and Lennon was like, man, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to meditate on my rock. And he was like, fuck your rock. And Lennon was like, what? And they got up and chased the motherfucker around the car.
I don't remember that one. I remember when him and Aida came home from shopping or something, and somebody was in front of their gate, and they was there for about like 10 minutes because Lennon recorded it, and he was like, listen, this dude, no, it was a woman. This woman is in the trunk in front of my gate, and we trying to like wait for her to move, but she won't move. And then he said, like, he went to go ask her if she needed some help, and then she like shook her umbrella at Lennon, like, get away from me. He started laughing. Aida got mad, and went in the house. I think because it was like she wanted the lady to go away. So Aida just finally got out the car and just went in the house. Lenon was laughing at the woman. He said, I felt like she was gonna chase me around the car with the umbrella, but she was shaking the umbrella at Lenon. Crazy time.
Man, what about when they were opening up their motherfucking gifts and Lenny Lady was like, wow, a bowl. Now we ain't gotta wash now we ain't gotta eat food out the clothes hamper no more.
Oh my God, that was bad. Oh my God.
I was mad. I didn't watch that. I didn't see that because I was mad at Lennon by that time. I was like, I'm tired of Lennon and this bullshit.
Oh my God, man, that was so fucking sad,
bowl?
man.
A bowl?
That was so fucking sad, man. I was like,
what, like a bowl? Like
a bowl, an actual bowl. Like, wow.
Like a cereal bowl.
Yeah, man. She was ecstatic. I'm like, damn, Lem, you fucking up. Then when she said about that motherfucking lingerie and put it up to herself, was like, thank you, Mr. Rabbit. I'm like, Mr. Rabbit?
Mr. Rabbit?
He bought us some lingerie. In chat room was shooting they shot.
Oh my God. I didn't see that. I didn't watch it.
hey, what up, D?
Hey,
what's up,
Godfather.
LV? What's up, Godmother? The Speakeasy. What's up, brother? Hey, man, I had to come up. I've been busy working endless hours, but I had to come in and I said I got to come in and make one little comment about this bullshit that happened earlier.
Oh.
And I'm gonna say this, man, because I got a laundry list of stuff to talk about. I have once I get my little schedule straight. But I'm gonna say this, man. Like Lenon, I'm just looking at this and I'm like, you really ain't tell me nothing we didn't already know. Like you was on this journey of bullshit with the and see, this is what I didn't like. He tried to blame. I guess he was soul searching for spirituality and I'm pro-black and I did this and then you're gonna sit there and say this would lead me to avoiding being financially responsible for my kids and wife. Nigga, are you serious? I'm like, are you serious? Like, it took you a decade to realize that your ass should have been at work and you should have had full time. You took basically 8 years off of no work, just bullshitting around YouTube, and now you come to that realization at damn near 50 years old or whatever. Like, seriously?
So wait, he blamed being pro-black on his neglect as a provider?
Yes.
Wow.
Did you see it? Listen, the brothers said this is because see,
he was trying to create his own house of consciousness.
Listen, man, let me say this, man. Remember he basically chronologized the fact that he came into YouTube on the conspiracy theory shit. Then that didn't work. He started going into the spirituality stuff, the pro-black stuff. He went from one genre to another, and then he went on this thing about some bullshit about if you're gonna be a pro-black or righteous teacher, then he believed that poverty came along with being pro-black or being in those whatever different dogma, whatever he claimed.
Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
man, that was some of the man, and that's why when remember when I think the Speakeasy was on Nappy on oh boy, what's the guy named Naps TV or whatever. I said, man, so he finally admitted that he financially irresponsible or whatever, because he basically stated he felt like in order to take that journey, you had to have you can't necessarily work, you can't have a job, you gotta live a low, I would say a financially low type of lifestyle, of no materialism or no type of like taking care of responsibilities. That shit was crazy.
Ridiculous.
But he finally got a job after the big move, and so he realized And so I was upset that it was like he would go back and forth because I said he wanted to blow up. So I was like, okay, we're gonna give him time. Maybe he'll make it big. But then when it wasn't working, I was like, nah, you just need to go, just do it full time. But it was, I was more upset at the fact that I felt like he was agitating people all over again with the gangster face hip hop thing where he went back to criticizing the same people who felt like that I guess he was better than. So I always would say, listen, if you're gonna talk about these people and they show up and they want to have a discussion about what you put out there, I was like, it's only right. Like you can't just be, putting stuff out there and not, make yourself available to criticism. Like you can't. Yeah. So yeah, and then he would say he would do it, but then he would go back on it, and I was like, all right, I see what you're doing. Just pump faking. You knew it's the right thing to do, but I think he was just going for what he thought would work for him.
He sounded lost. That's what he sounded. He sounded like a grown ass man that was lost and he didn't know what the hell. Like, this is some shit kids do when they, like, how kids try to find themselves when they between 18 and they early. This nigga was basically 40-some years old trying to find himself.
Hey, Rel, he is an immature old man.
He is. He really is.
That's what he is. The motherfucker said he took a roach outside and apologized to the roach for displacing him because he know that roach got a wife and kids at home. It's on Joe Trace. I said, you apologizing to roaches? Talking about you got a wife and kids at home.
Man, he sounded out of his mind. Man, and the thing about it, I didn't even get a chance to even listen. I listened to it in and out because see, right now, like when I'm actually gonna do a review on this. I'm gonna try to do a review tomorrow, but if I don't do one on tomorrow, I'm definitely gonna do one on Tuesday, no doubt. And my thing is also for Information Man ass because I know Information Man, and this nigga been on some bullshit since I want to say last year, the year before last on Omar. Like, look, man, he took information from one side, right? And I understand he didn't. I'm gonna say this. The only thing I can say about Information Man did donate. I know that for a fact because me and Information Man was actually the first person that I ever really collabed with on YouTube back in 2018.
Yeah. I was on the panel with you, Information Man, and DT one time. And
Information Man used to come on my channel all the time.
Do you think DT was mad? Because I was like, well, Diddy, if he don't want to do, like, if he's taking his time trying to do a show with you, you gotta wait. But Diddy was like, why you ain't do the show like you promised me? And I was trying to figure it out. Like, right. I think he prefers collabing with men, and he was probably trying to find a way to tell her that maybe he wasn't comfortable with it. Because has he done collaborations with females?
I haven't known Information to do collab, but I would say this: Information Man, when he opens the panel, he pretty much opens the panel, and he doesn't really show a bias. I've never seen a bias per se. Now you also got to understand, Godmother, Diddy was not the easiest person to get
right.
Because she basically blew the spot up on Information Man, and they end up turning it into a show of itself. They turned it into some other shit between the both of them. But
I never saw Information Man get out of sorts because he was like, "Well, Diddy, you ugly because you won't show your face." I was like, "Damn, Information Man."
Yeah, he did. He went off and said, but he was also drunk too. So I would just leave. Oh,
okay.
He had a little something.
He had a little liquor in the system, a little liquor.
Yeah, he had a little something in his system. But Information Man, I'm like, dude, like, and I told him, like, the last time he was on my panel, like, we would remember it was about the Omar and the white girl in the mall, right? So he popped up on there, man, and I'm like, okay, Information Man, look, I don't have a problem because you did donate and I actually talked to Information Man offline, and when I would talk about Umar, Information Man would be there, and we would. He admitted to donate. Now, I get it. You feel like Umar ain't do shit on time. He didn't do it. He bullshitting around. You got a right to do that. But when you taking information from Andrew Michelle Stewart and Lenon Honor and Nappy Yankee solely from one side, and you don't want to listen to nobody else shit, then I got that's where me and him fell off. And see, when he came on my show months ago about this shit last year, whenever that happened, he was trying to dominate the shit, bringing up AFW talking points and shit. And me and him fell off on that shit. And matter of fact, that was the last time me and him ever. I've seen him in other spaces, and I may holler at him, but that was the last time. I never came back on his show. He never came back on mine. I'm like, dude, if you want to have your own position, but you ain't gonna, you sound just like a fucking AFW saying the shit that you saying. So I told him I can't respect that.
Yeah, he the one-sided information man. If you information man, you get all the motherfucking information, not half of it.
Yeah, and he was like, "Well, D Darrell, come on now, you got to show me." Like, I'm like, dude, I am showing you respect, man. I've known you for a long ass time. I've known you for like over 5 years, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you know, you helped grow my channel a little bit at the beginning when I came on your show. I'm like, dude, I got much respect, but this shit you doing now, man, you on this path about and what about Umar daughters and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, you sound like Lenon Honor worrying about him as a father and all this shit. Like, really? Like,
Yeah.
What's up, Wolf?
But Umar should be more involved in his children's lives, though.
Well,
we don't. We this children grown.
These kids like.
Well, they are grown, but when they were little,
but we don't know.
No,
we don't know.
I know Godfather, because let me tell you, when Umar, before he blew up, when he was in the House of Consciousness with Sinette and them, he actually disbanded himself from the House of Consciousness because Sinetta was going to do an interview with one of the baby mamas because he wasn't paying child support. And he was
now Stargate, is that anybody's business about what somebody doing?
Godfather, if he's saying that he's going to help Black children and he's an advocate for Black families and he don't even take care of his own, it is the Black conscious community business, Godfather.
That's not our business what he doing is like, I get what you're saying. You got to take care of home first. I get that, but damn,
he got to take care of home, and so that's why he never talked to Sinetta ever again because of that situation. So
yeah, but don't you think that's underhanded, Stargate, for you to go behind
it's underhanded that he don't take care of his children,
Godfather. Baby mama.
It's underhanded that he don't take care of his children, Godfather. Come on now.
Listen. Look, I'm off. I'm never gonna be on here to say that men should not take care of their children and be relieved of that responsibility. I'm not saying that.
Before you get into the community at large, that says a lot about a person. He just wants accolades in the accoutrements of advocating for the Black community. He actually don't want to do the work, Godfather.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Because I've heard some situations that happen in that and stuff like that, and I'm gonna say this. His situation is somewhat similar to a lot of men having issues with their baby mothers about their children. And listen, I'm gonna say that both sides could have done better for the situation, and they didn't. But I'm not gonna solely just say that was just totally his fault.
Oh, it's his fault.
Things like that. I'm gonna say that his situation is typical of many people who have had kids and they blaming each other for this, that, and whatever. You're not doing this and you're not doing that. I get that, but I'm not in a position to judge anybody on that. You know what I'm saying?
I can judge Umar Usain Johnson because he needs to do better personally as a whole. I have been critical of Lenon. I've called Lenon out. We've had like I said, we had that one argument, but Lenon was quick to apologize for his misdirected steps. Umar on Uj Befuddle Jenkins, however, would not refuse to be a better person. He just wants your money.
Well, goddamn,
Wait a minute, Stargate.
Wait, hold on, Dad. Hold
Stargate.
on.
Lennon was unemployed for like 8 years. What are you talking
But
about?
at least Lennon, he criticized himself for doing it. He said,
It took him damn near 10 years to criticize something that could have been easily fucking avoided by getting a fucking job.
I got onto him for that. I got onto him for.
And Umar ain't got 5, 6 children. He ain't got a fucking army running around.
But he still have baby mamas. He's a baby mama creator. He is not a family provider, though.
Aida is a baby mama too. They're not legally married.
Well, listen, they spiritual. Listen, they spiritual. But they together though. Godfather,
they not together. They not. Man, Aida can turn around and leave Lennon tomorrow.
But she stayed with him. He stayed in her life. He never left her. He never left his kids. Lennon is a better person than Umar.
No, he not. He actually.
What's up, Wolf?
I'm listening, man. I'm just
because the scam and the thing about it is this. Listen. I'm gonna tell you. To me, listen. Both persons have flaws. They have faults. But Lennon tried to perpetrate himself as something, and he's totally the opposite of that. He tried to perpetrate himself selling those books and them bullshit ass books and courses and those over exuberant amounts of fucking I guess that's personal consultations. He almost drove a girl to almost suicide, calling himself counseling her on her relationship and stuff like that. I mean, the guy has done a lot of scamming. He has been very disingenuous. He used his son. To me, the lowest thing you could do is use your own son as a way of getting $10,000 or more. You used Aida's mother as a way of getting money. GoFundMe for funerals and shit. Like, come on, man. Come on, Stargate. You can't get no lower than that.
Umar Befuddle Jenkins has asked for money for his lifestyle, for his Red Lobster gift cards, for his Pan-African bonnets. Listen, I can't tell you how much Umar has asked for way more donations for not only the school that will never become in existence ever in life, but also for his personal gain. That Negro should have never been in Japan taking Japanese bubble baths. He should have never been in Africa playing with Africans, African monkeys, feeding bananas. He had no business over there in Ghana watching the sunrise when his children did not have a relationship with him. He used that money.
So if you don't believe that man's business, you acting like it ain't no teachers on earth that's on child support and still teaching black kids.
But listen, and there's also licensed therapists. Okay, but listen to this. There are also licensed therapists that actually take advantage of their clients. They have sex with them. They actually convince them to do things that harm themselves or harm other people. There have been, how many licensed therapists that have been sued because they're like their family member, like the family member would sue the therapist because they didn't help the person and had actual clients to commit suicide from licensed therapists. So I'm not saying Lennon should be out here counseling people.
No, he should not. He's not. He's not educated in that field.
But at the same time, he's better than Umar.
No, he's not. In what way?
They're one and the same.
Umar was out here having sex with strippers
So a lot of men have sex with strippers. That ain't nothing new.
But no, if you
Lenon probably had a few in his day.
If you come on, you know Lenon ain't having sex with no strippers. You know
we don't know what Lenon doing.
He never cheated on Aida. I can tell you that.
That's a lie.
He never cheated on Aida. Now,
you don't know what Lenon been doing.
No, Lenon don't be tipping out. He never tipped out on Aida.
That ain't his wife.
But that's his spiritual wife. That's his spiritual wife, though, Godfather. And they've been
that ain't his wife.
They've been together for a long, long time, Godfather. And
Stargate, have you been with a man for a long, long time before and he cheated on you?
But listen, he quit.
No. You acting like a man can't be with a woman.
Listen, he never settled down with any of the women that he made a child with.
Utah does not honor common law marriage, so they're not married in Utah.
I said they are still together though. He never went to another woman. Lenon never left Aida and had babies from another woman.
We don't know that. We don't know that, Stargate.
But you know, until we get a woman to confess that Lenon hit them jaws. It is best that we just assume that Lenon has never cheated on Aida. He doesn't have any children outside of that relationship. They stuck together. He never left her, and he wasn't having sex with strippers. Now, if you claim to be Pan-African, there is that sleeping with women who you would never be seen with in public. That's against Pan-Africanism because you are pro-family. You're not looking for women to sleep with. You're looking for women that you can take care of. That is a standard of the Pan-African movement. Is it not?
No, it's not.
You can't be having sex with women that you're not married to.
That I've never seen that in Pan-African as far as standards, as far as somebody trying to regulate outside of you marrying a black woman, but as far as you in your personal life, who you date and have sex with is not a part of that, Stargate.
But this is a dude who say, give your children to me to live with me so I can raise them in the boarding school. So he is trying to say that he is professing himself to be someone who has the spiritual and mental capacity to raise a child that is benefit to the African community. This nigga ain't it.
Lenon ain't it either. Y'all always
but is Lenon asking money for school?
Yes, Lenon did. Lenon asked
money for a school. He is not. He knows that he is not.
So what you call asking for money for your child
Omar
to get an operation when you know that was a lie? What about money for keyboards and mics and flutes and all the other shit that he asked for money for?
Like I said, Lenon has, like I said, the only thing that I will give credit to the people, like if he needs to put the medical, like how much did he pay for with the donations that he collected for the medical bill? I have no problem with that, but the other stuff, the people
he raised $10,500 and he didn't give it back.
But he moved to another.
And the money wasn't for that. The money was not for a move.
$10,000. He raised $20,000 on YouTube begging.
Like I said, we know that $10,000 went towards the house, right?
Yeah.
We don't know how much medical bills he paid for.
And then it went to a house you don't even own.
He got a brand new keyboard once he got that medical bill money. He got a new keyboard, a new mic. He started making new songs.
Now,
if anything, he should have fixed his credit since he have no credit.
Now,
since you want to financially avoid responsibility.
Rental house is way better than
his credit so he can buy a house for his kids. And his spiritual wife.
Lenon's rental house is way better than the closet that he live in with his mama. Now, go to run and
at least his mama owned that house.
Do she? We don't know that. Remember, they got kicked out. Remember, they got evicted out of one house.
Damn house that
you can't go buy a house right after you cannot go buy a house right after. He
couldn't even sign for the motherfucking house itself because he couldn't prove income or credit history.
How come this nigga went taking Japanese? Now, look, Negro. How come Umar taking Japanese bubble baths, taking Japanese strippers out to graveyard sites in Ghana right watching the sunrise, and this nigga let his mama get evicted? What kind of son?
So how the hell?
But wait a minute. But Umar got other brothers and sisters, so that's just not Umar's responsibility. He got other brothers and sisters. He's not an only child.
I thought this was about Lenon.
He lived with his mama though.
Hey, that's what they always do. They deflect the Umar when we grilling.
I told you.
Every single time they always do that.
I'm about to say we supposed to be celebrating Lenin.
Did I not criticize Lenin? But what y'all have not done though is set up there and criticize that Negro for not being in his children's lives. Y'all have not set up there and criticized for that motherfucker let his mother get evicted, but he over in Africa feeding monkeys. That bullshit that y'all want to sit up there and talk about though. I'm the only motherfucker in this YouTube section criticizing the Lenin lovers, but y'all ain't criticizing the Uj Bashika Jenkins Omarians. What about that bullshit?
Oh, Mario.
I've criticized Umar.
You have Godfather, but what about Speakeasy? What about LV?
Star, I'm on record saying Umar can do nothing for me at all because I'm a fucking man.
That's all you said. That you ain't saying shit about that nigga.
Why would I send my son to school to learn from a motherfucker that's my age?
Now, so criticize that nigga for taking Japanese bubble baths and feeding monkeys in Africa. Let his mama get it. Talk about that.
Never send my son to go learn from no nigga. No YouTube nigga. Because it's my job to train him in the way that he should go. Not a YouTube motherfucker. Not Lenin, not Umar, not Wes Wilson, not fucking nobody. That's Speakeasy's job. Get the fuck out of here.
If he was, and then why did he tell the people he was a principal, but he not paying child support? What kind of bullshit is that?
What about Lemon?
Lemon said that he should be more financially responsible. He was upfront about that.
Yeah, you took him 10. It took you 10. Stargate. Come on, Stargate. It took him damn near 10 years to come to that realization that I should be taking care. You constantly having a fucking child every other year, and you just realizing that you got to take care of these goddamn kids.
Married any one of his baby mamas. Why don't you criticize that nigga for that shit? Criticize him for that.
I get that, but you sitting there, Aida busting our ass, making fucking beans and fucking necklaces and bracelets and shit online.
I bought 2 of her earrings, Darrell.
to pay the goddamn rent and shit, and this nigga
that nigga brought Aida a fucking Snapple for her birthday, man.
What did all my baby mama
What
get?
the fuck?
Wait a minute.
Aida living in the house. She living in the rental house now, though, don't she? What did Umar's baby mama say?
He put a Snapple and put a bow on it. He put a bow on the fucking Snapple top.
That was one of the gifts, Propane. Don't be lying on that lemon. Don't lie on lemon like that. That was one of the gifts.
Who the hell wrap up a fucking $2.99 Snapple and put a ribbon on it as a fucking gift? Who do that shit? Where they do that?
What? Y'all remember that? What?
Don't y'all start that bullshit. That was one of the gifts. That was one of the
What's the other gift? A protein bar?
That nigga been working hard in the warehouse now. He been working overtime.
Yeah, you mean the same warehouse he was crying that he had to work 60 hours?
Absolutely.
That warehouse he was crying about work?
He made up for all that time he didn't work. So Lenon is proving himself to be a better man than Umar. He is better than Umar, period. Point blank.
Okay, well, if he's better than Umar, that's not saying much.
That
ain't saying much about Stargate.
Listen, that's all I'm saying.
All right, look, we would, but it's Lenon night tonight, man. It's Lenon night. He graduated
from the Bride of Phoenix. Absolutely, congratulations.
But Stargate, let me ask you this question, Stargate. Let me ask you a question.
And wait, congratulations to Umar. He took the boards off the window.
Fuck that.
Yeah, that's about.
But Godmother, I got a question for you.
It took some 13 years to get boards off a window. We not praising no nigga for taking
Godmother, I got a question for you. Would you lay down and have 4 or 5 kids for Lenon?
No.
Thank you.
No. I would have been
that just let me know what you really think of, right? You wouldn't do it, right?
I wouldn't do it. I told y'all I've been critical of Lenon, but y'all are less critical of Uj Boucher Jenkins.
We done heard everything about Umar. It's about Lenon. That Lenon.
Listen, I have been critical of Lenon. I just feel like I've been more critical of Lenon than people have been about Uj.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna say this: you have a right to have that opinion, but still, when it comes to Lenon, I'm asking you a question. I want to be practical. Would you have 4 or 5 kids for Lenon?
I said no, Golf.
Exactly. So that tells the story. And why not? Tell me why you wouldn't.
I mean, like I said, I would have waited for him to get the house before I had. I probably would have had.
What house you talking about?
I said I would have waited for him to get a house before I had the 3rd kid. Like I would have had 2 kids.
So you gonna have 2 kids for a man that ain't working?
Like I said, sometimes he would work at his uncle's pawn shop, and sometimes
listen, Stargate, you gonna have kids for a man that didn't have a job.
I would listen. Y'all remember I told y'all the story. Brother Minister got mad at me when I would tell him. I said, "Look, your oils and incense ain't hitting this month. You need to go get them."
He said so Stargate will let her Snapple for her birthday.
As one of the gifts.
Stargate, you gonna really sit here and say if a man gave you a fucking convenience store drink, you gonna be happy for that as a gift?
It was just like a cute little gesture.
Are you serious?
It was a cute gesture. She got other gifts. Y'all need to
Stargate, you reaching right now. Stop it, baby. Stop.
Look, what did Uj Bashinka Jenkins ever give his baby mamas? That's the question.
That ain't none of our business.
So, but Lenon's what he getting his wife y'all's business.
He put it on.
He put his kids on camera. He the one put his kids on YouTube and his family on YouTube. He did that, so he made them content.
But Uj made a decision not to give his baby mama's child support.
It is about Lenon. Why you keep going back to Umar? Y'all keep doing this. Y'all keep going back to Umar. It's about Lenon tonight, as Propane said. We talking about.
Listen, Lenon is better than Umar. Point blank.
Okay. He better than Umar. So let's get back to Lenon.
Oh, you trifling ass.
We'll yield that, but let's get back to Lenon.
You want to give a motherfucking fish credit for swimming, and a dog credit for barking, and a bird credit for flying. That's what the motherfucker's supposed to do. So we gonna sit here and say, "Well, Lenon is he's a fucking bum."
But that rental house is better than what Umar lives in at this point. That's all I'm
got. Lord, you keep going right back to Umar.
Let's get back to Lenon.
It's always been about who better, Umar or Lenon. Does Lenon have the right to criticize Umar? And I've always
hell no, he don't.
Hell
no.
Y'all ain't shit. Yes, he does. He
that
has even if that nigga was homeless, he had a right to criticize Uj because he was not taking money from people under the guise of doing something for the black community.
But hold on, Stargate.
He should have been doing something.
Lenon took money under false pretenses also. What are you saying?
I didn't say he was Lenon always was very critical of his inability to be financially stable. So Lenon is better than Umar.
No, Stargate. I don't know what content you was watching. Leonard tried to act like
you didn't know him.
He had shit together.
You didn't know his first. I remember I told y'all none of y'all knew. No, I think Propane probably knew his first channel. Did you know he? I think Propane knew him when he had his first channel.
I'm laughing at Chad T. What you talking about?
But I don't think nobody. Propane. Did you know Lenon when he had his first channel?
No, I just know this channel.
Somebody in the sector. I forgot who it was. Knew Lenon. It was maybe a handful of us. Maybe it was Identity. Maybe I'm thinking about Identity. It's a handful of us that knew Lenon when he had his first channel. He was very critical of himself, his financial situation, and
he didn't do shit to change it.
Nothing.
Well, now he went to the school of Divine of Phoenix. He got his degree. He gonna be answering his phone calls from his IT department. And now that the baby is going to be financially secure. What more do you want? Lenon has
no. I'm gonna do an anti-fraud warrior strategy. Where the degree at? We ain't see it. Show me your degree.
Oh shit! He showed it up.
Prove to me you got a degree. You ain't got no degree.
Did he not show his
where is Lenon? Where is Lenon degree? Do we have to call
LV?
the university to get the degree?
We need to see the transcripts.
Look. I'm pretty much gonna pull. I'm pretty much gonna pull AB the dishwasher move. Okay, we saw the degrees. Well, where the transcripts at now?
All right, we'll wait for the transcripts. We're gonna wait for the transcripts. Y'all ain't shit.
That nigga sat up there and said he breaking all the negative stereotypes on black men. That nigga, man. Him said that out his mouth. I said, well, goddamn.
He sure ain't breaking it. He's sexually irresponsible. We know that.
Yeah, he reinforcing them motherfuckers like a motherfucker.
Hell yeah, having damn five kids. You can't take care of none of them to the point where you got to beg on the internet and lie about it at that. The fuck, man, nigga, like
did talk about
Target list. Having a Target list, got Target pots and pans, got worldwide making the first ever suck the head off of that. Man, get the fuck out of here. Damn, breaking stereotypes.
He has said many times.
Lying.
He has said many times that he should have waited to have the kids. He criticized himself. Therefore,
but you kept making them.
But now he got his degree now.
The degree don't guarantee anything.
He has made it.
You know how many broke people that got rolling around with degrees?
He has proven himself to be
we don't give a fuck about that cybersecurity degree.
Listen. Let's give him 6 months. We're gonna give him.
Most reputable schools had you working before you graduate in your field. Why he not?
Listen, the Divine Phoenix of school is sometimes they a little shaking. Now you gotta give him a chance. Now we give him.
Hold on, wait. I'm gonna say this. I think the sector.
School up off the ground. Let's see Lenon get his job up off the ground. Let's see what he do with it. Give him some time.
That school got sued for lying about the value of their degrees. It's in the news.
But listen, we have not seen the Divine Phoenix school in the news, so let's give it time.
That's a certificate of completion with a star on the top of it. That ain't no goddamn degree.
Look, I feel like the sector care more about binary graduating than motherfucking Lenon.
Binary got the real deal.
We care more about that, nigga. The nigga. No, what about when he was in the supermarket and he's about to fight the guy for looking at his wife and shit?
I didn't see that one. I missed that one.
Oh my god.
Crazy, man. Lenon embarrassed himself today. That's what he did.
I turned that shit on. I said, "What the fuck is this, man?"
This nigga said that I just realized I was financially, nigga. Nigga, you didn't realize when you was begging for Christmas gifts, you was begging for fucking registries and shit and all this other stuff. Like you didn't realize, really?
The nigga gave me hand-me-down presents to his neighbor and shit.
Oh, the TV with the built-in VCR.
Yeah, over there, 1985 shit. Crazy, man.
Yo, that nigga used to have fundraisers for each of the kids' birthdays on his channel. He'd come on there and throw the link up like, hey, y'all know it's such and such birthday, but we got to get them on something.
Man, Lenon Honor was the one who invented the fucking begathons and shit. That nigga started that shit out a decade ago.
It was out of pocket.
Yeah. I was like, that's how y'all know that house ain't big enough to put all them kids' birthday presents on. Nah, I was like, nah, I was against that. I said, wait to get a bigger house.
Wait a minute, Stargate. Remember what was the argument back in the day when I did my channel? Lenon a great father, D-Darrell. You can't talk about him being a father.
He's just not he wasn't a great provider.
Yeah,
but now
father.
he's going
to be a great father. You can't take care of the kids.
Listen, he was not good at financially supporting his family.
Well, so if you cannot financially take care of your children, you can't say you're a great father.
But he loved his children.
That's fundamental, Stargate.
I know, but at the same time,
your kids ain't got nothing to eat, sleep. They sleeping in a hand-me-down ass. Okay,
but compared to Omar, who
oh my
God. Lord, here you go again. You're going right back to Umar. You're going right back to Umar again. We got to stay focused, Stargate.
No, it's always been about how come Lenon makes himself available to talk about Umar. This has always been the argument. The fact that Umar actually neglected his kids financially and spiritually a lot about a motherfucker.
He a stay-at-home dad.
Stay-at-home dad.
Well, he definitely was a stay-at-home dad. I mean, we can at least say that he never, until y'all bring up the baby mamas that quote unquote Lenon supposedly had, cheated on Aida with, so he stayed with her and made sure that he never left. Even though he wasn't financially responsible, he at least kept that family together.
So wait, let me get this right. We supposed to be celebrating Lenon getting a full-time job now, right? That's what we celebrating.
No, he has a full-time job right now.
No,
now.
He's part-time.
He's a supervisor, and he was a forklift driver. He was a forklift driver before he was a supervisor. He was threatening to quit, but they said, "Why don't we make you supervisor?" And he stayed.
He was threatening to quit.
Supervisor.
How you go from forklift driver, which is the lowest of the low, to supervisor? That shit don't even work.
You think he lied to the public? You think Lenon lied to the public about becoming a supervisor?
He lied to the public before.
What did he lie about?
The cancer, the move.
No, he said it might
the big move.
No, he said no. Lenon has been trying to move out that hood for a long time, and I told y'all he told us that the landlord kept coming to him and would tell him whether
how come I know the landlord was a woman? How come I knew the landlord was a female? No. He said the reason why that it was a emergency to move, and this was on the GoFundMe and out of his own mouth. He said we had to leave because of drug addicts and alcoholics, and these black folks are no good to us no more. And it was found out that his house was sold from up underneath them. That's why he moved.
No. I
remember that.
That he has been on his first channel. The landlord would come to him and tell him that she was possibly going to sell the house. I know that for a fact. No. Because the whole entire listing
whole entire listing, and it's on my channel. The listing when that house was up for sale was close to when he first uploaded that big move video. He knew what the fuck he was doing because he had to get the fuck up out of there. He had to leave.
All I'm saying is, as disappointed I was in a lot of things that Lennon did, I'm not gonna lie on him to, you know, like I've been very critical of Lennon. He has told us in the past that his landlord was thinking about selling the property,
and they did.
And so the fact
and they did.
Okay. I don't think, in my opinion, I don't believe Lennon was trying to say, well, I don't think he kept that as an omission to move in a hurry, because part of the conditions was part of the truth. Now, if he omitted the fact that they was fixing to get ready to sell the house, I don't, like I said,
redacted it. He redacted that part. That was redacted.
Or the fact that he omitted that part, and I think he would have been like saying, well, the landlord is finally fixing to sell the house. We got to move. I think that would have got the donate. He would have got more donations if he would have put that in. So I don't think
people would have been like, you irresponsible bastard. Why did you wait till the ninth hour?
Lennon is, you know what? They do that.
On black people.
No, I'm not gonna let y'all, because listen, even in the best of neighborhoods, people who have rented from people from landlords, they had 30 days to move, and they did like a whole documentary on 2020 Dateline, how landlords remember that recession that everybody was going through in 2008. The landlords was trying to sell the house, or they went into foreclosure and didn't even tell people that who was renting from them. They was trying to get rent from the bank, and the bank said, "No, y'all motherfuckers got to go." And this happened in rich neighborhoods. So I'm not gonna let y'all disparage Lennon.
Lennon tried to get a house, and they didn't have credit. When the owners, listen, when owners of $1 million homes, and they had the best of credit, but the foreclosure made motherfuckers like this not even confront the people, and they just up and just abandoned their property and left the renters there to fend for themselves. So we're not going to sit up here and act like what happened to Lennon didn't happen to people in the best of situations.
What?
That happened where you had people in $1 million neighborhoods who was renting from owners, and the owners did not tell the renters. They just abandoned the situation, and the owners was trying to pay the bank, and the renters was trying to pay the banks, and the banks didn't want their money. They just wanted the motherfuckers to move. Y'all got 30 days, and that's it.
Okay, so what they got to do with Lennon not working?
I'm saying that whatever happened to Lennon, it happens to the best of people, even with people who had good credit.
I know, but we're talking about Lennon, who had bad credit.
The fact that they had to move out of the neighborhood, it was not like, it was like
the whole entire thing about your argument, Stargate, is that just a few minutes ago you said, a while back before any of this happened, you said that Lennon said that the landlord was giving them vibes that house was going to get sold.
They would tell the lady said he was saying.
So how come he didn't prepare back then, and he had to all of a sudden say, "Oh my God, we got to move"?
Like I said, they gave him money, and they gave it to him. So, like I said, I've told y'all that if y'all want to criticize him for not being ready, for not working hard, I don't have.
Don't bring up Omar, please.
I said if y'all want to criticize Lennon for being, not prepared or not working hard enough, I had no qualms with y'all for doing that. All I said was that Omar is way worse than Lennon any given day of the week. That's all, and that's been my get up from day one. Omar is worse than Lennon. Lennon had some. I went to Lenon. I criticized him in his face. He got mad at me. We had an argument, but then he apologized the next day because at the end of the day, he knew he could have been a better provider.
I guarantee by the time this live over, Big Cannibal going to end this with Lenon ain't shit.
Lenon, listen. And the fact that the purpose of this live was to criticize the interview, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so my thing was I was gonna wait because I know how Information Man can be towards like the people that he liked. I knew he liked Lenon, so it was probably gonna be a softball interview, just like people who interview Umar. Most of the people who interview Umar, they don't ask him the hard questions. So
Star basically saying that crack is worse than heroin. They both fucked up. But
they both fucked up. But I take heroin before I take crack.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Like,
All right, so somebody gonna clip that.
I
told y'all Star was a drug addict. I told y'all.
Heck, those damn exoticals.
A goddamn exotic.
I can't. Yeah, I can't, man.
That was fun though, man. Like, you know what I mean? Living back in the limelight. I hope Joe Trace is really cooking this up because he got the rare footage of that. He got shit that we ain't even seen before. Woo.
Oh, Joe.
I said that Joe be cooking.
You don't know who Joe is, Star.
No, I don't know who this.
You never seen none of Joe Trace shit, Star?
I don't know who that person is.
Oh, Star, you got to type it in and just go peep. Don't just watch, and you'll be like, oh, my bad.
He was like, my bad.
Why you say that, Lenon? Why you say that?
Lenon has said some crazy stuff, but at the end of the day, Lenon is better than Umar. Point blank, period.
Well, I'm not judging either one of them because I don't give a fuck both of them. But
that's all I had to say. That's all.
Fuck both of them. Okay.
Yeah, nobody over here caping for no Umar. He doing what he doing. But this bum right here, that nigga.
So
right
he doing what he doing.
He doing what he doing.
You giving him a pass though.
No, it's not a pass. The conversation is about this guy, not that guy.
Well, it intertwines with each other. It's an entanglement. You can't talk about Lenon without talking about
Yes, you can. We can talk about him taking fucking 3-5 years to get the cyber degree after being off the grid for fucking 8 years, talking about another motherfucker that he.
But how long has he been off the grid though, Propane? You're not giving him credit for being off the grid and staying.
That's what I'm saying. What, 8 years and something?
But you make it, if people was to walk into this conversation right now, they would think that he's off the grid right now, as of today. He's been off the grid
and they gonna think that you like heroin over crack.
Heroin is better than crack.
Whack.
They both whack.
So his whole issue was, you can't criticize people for something that you're guilty of. We would have no issue with Lemon if his background was as clean as he say it is. But it's not. They both one and the same fucking up out here. So he got to take the criticism that he give out.
Like I said, I don't have no problem with criticizing them, but I ain't gonna let y'all lie on them, brother.
We ain't told one lie. It's
well, y'all insinuate that he cheated on Aida, and that shit ain't right.
Oh, that's just shit. I don't know, but I do know about that fucking. Oh, my bad. He don't got cancer shit. My fault, y'all.
That's the problem, though.
No. I told y'all when he took the money for the donation, he said that the doctor said it's possible, it could possibly be cancer. and the treatments or the tests that they ran, they're not going to be refundable, whether he had cancer or not. Now the question is, how much donation money went towards the medical bill? That's a fair question.
Nothing. He said he didn't have to pay because he don't got the shit, star. I'm telling you, I would not be on here capping and bullshitting you if I didn't hear that man say, we just gonna keep the money in case something else come up. He never had to pay anything. He raised the money so that he could, but when he didn't have to pay, he kept it. Those are his words, not mine.
I never.
Star, he never ever said he paid any of those medical expenses. He showed them to raise the money to say, this is how much I need. He never said, I'm about to pay this. What he said was, all right, I got the money, but he cool, but we just gonna keep the money in case something else come up. That's what he said. That 10 grand.
You were saying that he said he didn't have to pay $1 towards
That's
any
exactly what he said out his mouth on one of them little backyard Zoom joints he did. He was sitting with his lady, and he said, thanks, y'all. We got the money. We don't need it for the operation or whatever, but we just gonna keep it in case something else.
So he didn't pay for the operation, but did he pay for any of the tests though?
He didn't have to pay for nothing. That's what the test that he was saying had to be ran was what was itemized and why he was raising the money.
Because I could have swore I heard him say that when we itemized the bill,
it came up to the 10 grand that he raised.
I heard that everything that they had to pay for, he itemized and emailed people that wanted, I guess proof. And I said, well, since I didn't donate, I'm not gonna ask. I don't need the proof. So and we wasn't even talking at the time. So I was like, what,
fam, the money gone.
The money gone. He spent that.
The money gone, fam. The money gone.
Look, I'm gonna say this like Darrell say. I'm gonna say this. Then I'm a jet. The problem is with the truth about Lenon. People hate to hear it, and they try to cover it up. But truth sound like hate to people who hate the truth, like Drama say. And when we show people this, you just have to accept that that's what it is. Research it for yourself, and then come to your conclusion.
But you're talking to somebody who don't.
Hold on, Star. If you just going to deny these truths, then you that's that cognitive dissonance that we talked about, Star.
But you accuse me of. You accused me of cognitive dissonance.
I accused you of, my bad.
You accused me of it. We at war, Star. We at war. But my thing,
you suffer from an acute cognitive dissonance. It's not.
No, because I told you before I even knew y'all that we fell out because of me actually approaching him and criticizing him on certain things. So on a certain thing, but after that, he's never. But I would say that he went back on, like when we had the conversation about him criticizing all these black rappers or black people in the industry and whatnot, because it was focused on definitely black people, and he said he was gonna stop doing it because he looked me in my face and said, well, I'm gonna stop doing it. But then
look in your face, but you was on the fucking virtual John.
Remember the conference? Remember I told y'all he had a conference in Philly, and I went to the conference in Philly and we all hung out. After we went to go eat, me, him, and like 5.
I missed this.
You missed that. Remember I told you, speak. You remember when I told you about this?
Yeah.
So like, cause that was one of the main things. Cause I was like, now listen, I'm always out here, taking shots for you. You said you was gonna stop doing it, especially when we went to that whole grift thing. I mean. So it was like, if I'm going to take up for you, and I was speaking on the behalf of other people too, because it was like, you said you was going to do one thing, but now you're doing another thing. And so it was like, all right, apparently you want to do what you want to do. So I'm going to have to disassociate myself from you because I'm not going to go down with the ship. But apparently he rose above the ashes like a phoenix at the Ride Phoenix. And he doing good now.
Bars, Star. That was a bar.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Well, way to go, Lenon. Man.
Way to go, Lenny.
Going through the transcripts, cuz I don't believe he did it. He can't. I think they kicked him out of the school. They like, nigga, you been here how long?
Yo, Chad T stupid, man.
Yo,
Yeah.
Chad T, there was a female who, because we actually went to a restaurant, right? And it was I thought we were all gonna pay for our own selves, but she was like, "Now let's go to the dollar slice store and I'll pay for all y'all pizza." So it was a chick who paid for everybody dollar slice.
Hold on, so didn't he get paid for the lecture? Like he was supposed to be coming out of pocket. I'm quite sure it wasn't no niggas around, y'all. I know.
No, he was the only brother or a black person at the lecture.
And he made y'all pay. What up? You know what? That's what he do.
And here's the thing: everybody was like, "Now y'all know we gotta eat somewhere." And you know what made me mad? This one dude was like, "Well, we gotta eat somewhere where it's vegan." I said, "Or we can all eat what we want to eat, and then Lenny can eat what he want to eat." You know, like we can, like we grown. Like, why can't we just do that? And the chick said, "Well, let's go get some cheese pizza." So
cheese pizza ain't vegan. He was cheating.
This
you know,
nigga shit.
They had. I don't know. That's
it wasn't no vegan pizza out back there, y'all.
You're right. He might have turned it down. I'm not gonna say he ate it, but there you go.
Sorry, you gotta tell that whole story of how that went one day on your channel. Like, I mean, the meetup. What was y'all conversating about? Yeah. And he ain't, and the fact that he ain't pay, ain't that something? He don't pay for his pizza.
Well, he was struggling. That was, listen, he was still living in the hood when we went to that conference. So,
what the hell was the conference?
What you talking about the septic tank crib?
Yeah. He was still living in the hood back then.
Oh my!
That big ass Bugs Bunny hole in the
Got the washer and dryer outside.
So what's up, Doc?
Inside our house.
This is fucking stupid. LV, why you pull us together for this shit?
You were mad.
And look, man, I was just like damn irritated as hell, man. Like, and as soon as they popped that damn degree on the damn screen, I was like, oh hell no, man, I'm going live, man. I can't take it no more.
I can't take it, mama.
I seen like 3 minutes of it and I turned that shit off. Like, man, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that motherfucking information man was like, yeah, Lenon, great men like me and you, we're out here doing it. I said, y'all don't shut the fuck up, y'all two niggas.
What information man? He's divorced though. Like, I don't know if Lenon would approve of that though. But I think he remarried though. I think information man is remarried though. So as long as he's married, I guess he could.
Speculation. Well, I gotta get out of here, y'all. There was an actual fight in the old sector that
my god
went down, and somebody actually, literally, got knocked the fuck out. That was talking all kind of shit for a couple months now, and this motherfucker got dropped. He got hit 7 times while he was on the ground. He had to zab Judah noodle legs. The footage is up, and y'all need to see it, man. When YouTube goes wrong, it goes wrong in 2020.
Yeah. Speak. I had to leave because I'm just like, I said, I'm not going to keep watching this nigga keep talking over this bull.
No, 2 YouTubers met up that was talking shit to each other for years, and one of them got knocked the fuck out.
Oh, who?
From my old sector, LA knocked out Mike Mills. It was crazy. It was.
I don't know.
You had to see it. The footage. Just type in LA versus Mike Mills.
Who was recording it?
I think LA Girl was recording it.
Oh, okay, that's funny because I was like, was they recording each other? That would have been awesome.
Oh no! After he knocked Boy out, he picked his phone up and started recording him with his own phone. Like, you know where you at? You know where you at? He just smacked him in the face with his phone. It was great. I was like, woo.
It was great. It was great.
Oh
man, but I'm about to go ahead and wrap this shit up, man. And y'all got any final words?
Lenon lovers in the house.
Yeah, hell no, I'm out, man.
All right, well,
shout out to Lemon for getting this worksheet done, and Star, you damn near usurped that man's whole life just now. You was usurping him.
I ain't gonna let y'all speak on Leonard good name. What's good left?
LB, shout out to you, man. Get out of here. I'll let you stop.
All right, then.
All right, LB. Thank you for having this show. This was fun. Listen, this is how it used to be back in the day. Leonard versus UJ.
Yeah. Yep. We had to. Pretty much had to do a throwback. For one time.
Listen. Anytime Lenny and UJ Boshinka Jenkins is up for a debate, I will be here with my Lenny cape on.
Oh boy! All right, Star.
All right, speak. No, I'm sorry, LV. My bad.
What you about to call me?
I said speak.
Oh.
Well, y'all sound the same. Y'all might be the same person. There was some good.
Shit.
There was some good technology going on here, bro. All right, LV. I'll talk to you later, bro.
All right, Star. All right, y'all. So yeah, pretty much a throwback. Man. But shit, man, this shit crazy. But just to address Identity's question real quick about a degree triggering. It wasn't really the degree that triggered me. It was more so the fact that I was under the assumption that Information Man was gonna actually get to the truth of some things, and that wasn't really it. And when it comes to the critics, like the only big thing that he could really show was Lenon having a degree, when in reality, nobody doesn't give a fuck if he has a degree or not. There may have been maybe like one or two people that may have said that Lenon is scamming about having a degree, but the reality is nobody don't care if he has a degree or not. Pretty much with me, I wanted to get to the bottom of actual stuff that needs to be addressed. And I'm not talking about no booty pics and no gay pics or anything like that. I'm talking about the stuff with the big move, the thing with the cancer stuff, all that. But as soon as I saw that degree being plastered as if that's supposed to be a win, I was like, man, fuck this shit, man. I'm about to go live and call all this bullshit out. But that was pretty much my thing. As far as that being the last thing that I saw was that damn degree. That was like the straw that broke the camel's back for me, though. But anyways, y'all, I appreciate y'all for coming out, and I will check you guys later.